Why did the same cop follow me home every night for 6 weeks and park outside my house until morning? The first time I noticed the cruiser, I thought it was a coincidence. I was pulling into my driveway after a late shift at the hospital, and a police car rolled past slowly, then stopped 3 houses down with its lights off. I went inside, changed out of my scrubs, and checked through the blinds. Still there. Second night, same car, same spot. Third night, same thing. By the fourth night, I walked outside in my pajamas and approached the car. The window rolled down, and the officer looked at me with zero expression. "Everything okay, ma'am?" I said. "You've been parked outside my house for 4 nights." He said, "Just doing my rounds." He drove away. The next night, he was back. I called the non-emergency line and told them an officer had been parking outside my house every night for a week. The dispatcher said she'd make a note. Nothing changed. I started documenting. Photos of the cruiser with timestamps. My neighbor, Mrs. Purcell, asked if I was in trouble because she'd noticed the police car too. Week 2, I started varying my schedule. Left work early, took different routes, parked in my garage instead of the driveway. Didn't matter. By 11 p.m., the cruiser was there. He wasn't following me from work. He was coming directly to my house. I bought a doorbell camera and caught him walking up my driveway at 2 a.m., looking at my car, then walking back to his cruiser. Never knocked, never left a note, just looked. My coworker Nadia saw the footage and said, "That's not a patrol, that's surveillance." Week 3, I filed a formal complaint, gave them the unit number, timestamps, doorbell footage. A sergeant called back and said the officer was monitoring the area due to recent break-ins. I said there hadn't been any break-ins on my street. He said, "I'm sure the officer is just being thorough." Week 4, the officer started parking directly across from my house. My doorbell camera caught him standing on my porch at 3 a.m. for 11 minutes. He didn't knock, just stood there with his hands in his pockets looking at my front door. I was alone in bed 12 feet away and didn't know until I checked the footage the next morning. I stopped sleeping. I started staying at Nadia's apartment but couldn't live like that forever. Week 5, I hired a private investigator named Corwin. Gave him everything. Photos, footage, complaint records, unit number. He called back in 48 hours. The officer's name was Dale Beckett, 6 years on the force. Clean record. Then Corwin said, "Have you ever had a patient named Dale Beckett or anyone connected to him? I'm an ER nurse. I see hundreds of patients. Nothing under his name." Then Corwin said, "What about Gail Beckett?" My stomach dropped. Gail Beckett came into my ER 14 months ago. Overdose. I administered Narcan, started the IV, held her hand while we stabilized her, and was there when she opened her eyes. She survived. I discharged her with referrals and crisis resources. That was the last time I saw her. Corwin said, "Gail is Dale Beckett's wife. She died of a second overdose 7 months ago. Different hospital. Dale blames the medical staff who treated her the first time for not doing enough." I said, "I did save her. She survived." Corwin said, he thinks you should have held her longer, committed her, done something beyond discharge and a pamphlet. A man with a badge and a gun had been standing on my porch at 3 a.m. for 6 weeks because he believed I was responsible for his wife's death, and the department called it being thorough. Corwin took everything to the district attorney directly, bypassing the department. The doorbell footage of Dale standing on my porch for 11 minutes aired on every local channel. Dale Beckett was terminated and charged with stalking. Internal Affairs found my formal complaint had been dismissed without actual review. The sergeant who said he was just being thorough was suspended.